Welcome to Social Media Mondays. I'm Tammy Lee Meyer, and I'm pleased to be with Mary Jean Dunstan, Colleen Corley, and Stormy Ent. Stormy has joined us today as a social media influencer to help to teach us about how we can really make our message move on social media. So thank you so much for joining, Stormy.
Thank you guys for having me. This is pretty great.
So just to begin, Mary Jean, I just want to thank you for standing up as standing for council. I think that it takes a lot of courage to stand up for your community, and I'm really grateful to see how many of our community are showing up and supporting this campaign. And just as a shout out to all of our people, any social media memes that you want to create, you are empowered. So Stormy will talk a little bit about what you can create, how you can get it out there, and how it can get a life of its own. But first, Stormy, maybe you can share a little bit about your story and, yeah, a little bit about you.
Definitely. Well, my name is Stormy Ent. That is obviously not my real name. It's my chosen name. I've been going by Stormy Ent for about 6 years when I first started modeling. And when I first started doing it, I wasn't taking it as seriously as I do now. But I had a daytime job, but unfortunately I was injured in my job and I had to get reconstructive surgery. I never healed from my surgery and was left permanently disabled from the accident. So I was able to use that kind of abrupt end to a career that I worked very hard on to start a new one. So I started taking my art, my modeling, and my photography a lot more seriously, and working a lot more in the cannabis industry. And then I also started acting, which was pretty fun. But if it weren't for that accident, I wouldn't be where I am today. So looking back on it, very, very thankful for that. But now that's all I do for a living is I do social media, marketing for myself and for others, and acting, artist, event photography, stuff like that. Pretty much any kind of art I can get my hands on, I go for. So it's about 6 years now that I've been working for myself, and it feels pretty good.
Wonderful. Yes, thank you. Mm-hmm. So as I understand it, you have somewhere in the neighborhood of 110,000 followers on Instagram, for example. How does one get there?
Well, so how one gets there is actually collaborative effort. It wasn't just myself that got me there. It was working with other brands and other companies, whether that be clothing brands, whether that be makeup brands, whether that be other branded individuals such as myself, like other models, other photographers, other modeling companies or acting companies, things like that. You do collaborative exchange or trades. So, a little give, a little get, and then you steadily see your follower count climb and climb and climb and climb and climb. Not only that, but collaborative effort in the way of actually responding to followers and connecting to other people, and not just like seeing your comments and your likes go by, but actually going through the likes, seeing who's liking what, possibly why, going through their stuff, giving a couple likes back, responding to comments, responding to direct messages, actually interacting with the community that is interacting with you. So that's kind of how I got the steady build of followers that I have now.
So in terms of our campaign, we have a broad, diverse, creative, rich community of people. Mm-hmm. And so I'm really excited to share your story and to inspire our community to come together, not only to just support Mary Jean's candidacy, which is obviously our current focus, but also to tell the story about cannabis in a way that helps to break down those stigmas that exist around cannabis today.
For sure.
So I'd love to hear you guys' thoughts in which social media assets that you feel you would like our community of people to create?
Well, I'm slowly trying to navigate Instagram. The problem for me with that is I don't do anything on my phone but text and talk. Like, I know a lot of people's phone is really, it's their computer, but that's a slow process for me, unfortunately. But I'm getting a lot of, like, it seems to me that Instagram, Stormy, maybe you can answer this, is more important than Facebook somehow. Is that true?
I think it's definitely true. Instagram is a really accessible app. It's built for your phone specifically. Facebook was built for your computer, but then transferred into an app for your phone. So people just naturally gravitate to going to Instagram right away. And it's such a visual, we're super visual creatures. We see something, we like something, so Instagram is a really easy thing because you're not inundated with these random video posts that your Aunt Thelma sent to you that's about these dogs somewhere that need help. You're just seeing the things that you have curated yourself to see, unless you go to the explore page, in which you can see things that are kind of related to the stuff that you like. But Instagram is instant self-gratification. So we tend to like it more.
What Instagram means?
No.
Oh.
I don't think so, but
I think I can really use some help in that department, because I feel, and often I just hand my phone off to that young Tasha girl, and I'm like, here you go, or Bruce. But yeah, I'm sure I could utilize that asset a little better.
Well, also we're a team.
We're a team.
Yeah. Should Mary Jean be taking, she just did a round where she went to Granville Island and was talking to business owners and that. Should she be taking photos, selfies with all the business owners? No, because they all have accounts. And that's the collaboration on Instagram. So you're going to share, you're going to tag them, and they're going to tag you, and everybody's going to like, and you're going to go out to that. Am I talking in the right way, Stormy, or no?
I wouldn't necessarily say selfies. It would be great if you could get someone to take the photo for you.
Okay.
And then all of them could be, and then you are right though, Colleen, you could, they all have accounts. A lot of them have verified accounts with a lot of other followers, and it's good to be seen with those who are seen, and then also the great thing about Instagram is it's got this story element to it where you can actually kind of give people a peek of how the campaign is going, for example. Whatever things you're comfortable with showing, people love that. They love, more people follow the Instagram stories than actually see your Instagram feed, which is kind of cool.
Okay.
Amazing.
So Stormy, with that in mind, and just because I'm kind of old, I'm on all those social medias and I've been fairly effective on them, but I've never used the story. So can you talk us through using the story once?
Definitely, yeah. So the story on your Instagram, it's at the top left-hand side. There's a little camera bit, right? And it is really similar to Snapchat. And it was actually taken pretty much directly from Snapchat. And if you guys know Snapchat, it's that you can choose how many seconds people get to see your photo or your video for. And it's just available for 24 hours and then it's gone. So it's the same concept as that. It has fun filters that you can use. You can actually geotag your posts so people can see like the location of where you are. So Granville Island, for example, or you don't have to do it, but that would be a cool thing. Or out and about at Kitts Beach doing, community outreach or something like that. Because then people can see exactly how active you are and when, and it's kind of exciting for them, but you just do little videos and little snippets of things going on. Like if I'm at an event, for example, I will take a picture of the event center outside of the event and geotag it and say, going to see the band. I'll take the band, and then at whichever the event center is, take the event center. And then if they have a website link, you can actually connect the website link to the post so people can swipe up and it'll take them directly to the website link, which is pretty cool. It's a neat way that people are using to sell people items or to take them to their websites, you know. And then I'll post videos from inside, like going to the pit, which is the photography pit for events. And then I'll take like a photo inside right at the front of the concert with the band behind me, you know, and tag them all in it and stuff. And sometimes people repost them. Sometimes it allows people to see who you are working with, you know, other campaign members or whatever. Yeah.
Is it better for Mary Jean to take those videos herself from her point of view, or is it better for Bruce or Tasha to take the camera and shoot her in it?
Probably it depends if you want a personalized point of view, Mary Jean, or if you want kind of an outside point of view, like look what we're doing today, for example.
Can we do both?
You can do both, yeah, definitely. I think both would be like a mix of it would be a really good way to go.
Okay.
Thank you, Stormy. That's really, really interesting.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, it's really good information.
And if you, I worked for a marketing company for quite some time, and we had a package where we taught people how to use Instagram and use Facebook and utilize it for their specific purposes. So I would be more than happy to actually sit down with you guys and show you all of the tools and teach you how to use it and really go over those things. And I'm totally happy to volunteer for that.
When?
That'd be helpful. That'd be helpful because I'm really, I have many talents, but being tech savvy on my phone is not one of them.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, that's perfect. That's really, really perfect.
So I try not to rail against those things. I get they're effective.
Mm-hmm.
So if you walk me through it one time, usually if I can see it happen once, or if I'm there and I'm with somebody one time, I'm a mimicker. I was the youngest of four. I mimic what I see and then I can do it.
Sounds good. Yeah.
Okay, I'd like to be at that meeting too.
Definitely. We can organize that for sure.
Yay. That's awesome. So the other thing is that we've made a whole bunch of series of videos. There's 12 videos coming out after today. There'll be 2 more, but the 2 for today are going into the Rio Theater, I believe. They're also,
what are they doing at the Rio?
We'll talk to Dana about that later.
Okay. I used to own the Rio.
Oh, perfect.
Yeah.
You're going to be big on the big screen in Rio.
Right on.
So is there anything that we should be doing with pushing the videos? The longest one is less than 60 seconds. I tried to keep them in around 30-ish seconds.
Perfect. With videos, that is actually what I was going to say. Keeping them 30 seconds to a minute is really important, especially if you are going to be posting them on social media. People's attention spans yeah, it's just a little tiny bit. So it's really important to keep things short, sweet, to the point. Not posting a bunch of videos in a row is really important. And if you are going to be posting them on something like Facebook or Instagram, it's important to space them either a few hours or, if you can, even a few days apart, just because if you post within too short of an amount of time, like within half an hour, it actually won't hit as many people's feeds. It'll kind of act as like it will basically not reach anybody.
It's the first feed, it seems to me. Like when I post 2 things, like I leave the first thing posted and you just give it time to churn out its likes. But if I post a second thing, then it seems to split the view and one dilutes the other.
Yeah. I can't remember. Facebook calls it like business spam because it wanted to create less ads that businesses were putting out. But now it kind of counts every account as a business account. You know what I mean? Especially for pages. If you guys have groups or pages and make too many posts at once, it'll just.
Yeah.
Okay. So what is, so 12 videos, 15 videos, what's the ideal? We've got until October 14th. How should we be posting those videos?
I would say probably once a day.
Okay.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Well, we don't have 20 of them.
We will.
Oh, God.
We're up to 15. We only need 5 more.
Okay.
And I've got one. I got another. I got him here. I got one. Dana's got 2. We'll get 5 yet. Not a big deal.
Excellent.
But some of them have already been posted. So is there an issue with reposting? What happened, we redid all of the graphics.
Okay.
And so we tightened them up and cleaned them up and changed the openings and did little changes to them all. Is there a problem with regurgitating them back into the system?
I don't think so, no. Just because the way that the algorithms work for Facebook and Instagram and all those kinds of things, it'll reach a bunch of people that didn't already see it. And people that already have seen it will probably notice the upgrades and be like, oh, good job. That looks great.
Good.
Yeah.
Right, okay. All right.
That's helpful. Can't hear you, Tammy.
You muted yourself.
What's the good time of day to post, Stormy?
Good time of day to post is, we're reaching BC, correct?
Yes.
So between 11 o'clock and 1 p.m., because that's when people take their lunch breaks. And that's when we'll be scrolling on their phones the most. And then after work, so probably between 4 and 6 p.m. Those are like the sweet spots for BC.
So if we post like one video, so you're saying one daily, but as we move forward, there's going to be some sort of cross posting of all of them. Mm-hmm. So would it make sense to post the new one at 11 and then maybe yesterday's at 4? Or is that too much? One a day, I'm feeling.
Yeah, I feel like the pause, that was like, yeah, I think one a day is pretty good. Especially if you are posting other things in between the videos as well, definitely one a day would be where it's at.
I do feel like you can dilute your message by over messaging. You know, if somebody's a real poster, I start hiding them or something. You know, you're like, oh God, everything you ever read, you posted, right? Yeah. So I don't post a lot, but when I do post, I usually get like a 400-person response, but that's because I'm such a minimal poster, I think. Not that I'm suggesting we minimally post, but definitely strategically posting.
Yeah.
More is not more. Less is more. That's what I think sometimes.
For sure.
You know.
Great.
Maybe thinking about, just maybe really giving a lot more thought, like, you know, when we meet and we talk about, okay, we're all really going to plug this post today. Like maybe giving a post a more concerted effort, and rather than I'm posting this and you're posting that, and maybe posting it or something similar to it, so they seem to being strategic that way, right? Saying, okay, nobody post anything today except we're talking about the opioid crisis because this came out in the news. Okay, nobody post anything. This is what we're posting today. Oh, yeah, anyways.
Yes,
like
exactly.
Does that make sense, Stormy?
So a more concerted idea of what we're posting, but less posting. Just a more cohesion on it.
Exactly. It should be intentional and strategic, for sure.
Great words. Exactly what she said.
Intentional and strategic.
Yeah.
Jane, I got it.
Got it.
Awesome. Okay. Well, this feels great. Thank you so much, Stormy, for coming. I guess just as a shout out to all of our volunteers and our supporters, what we would love you to do is to create your own memes. We would also love you to cross post and comment and share and like all of the things that we're putting out there. But we invite you to be creative and to put some memes out there that are really showing why this campaign is important, and having a sensible voice on Vancouver City Council is going to help all of us. So with that, thank you so much, Stormy, for joining us and teaching us the ways and the knowings.
My pleasure.
Thanks, Tony.
Thank you. Awesome information.
Thank
Great.
you. Yeah. I think I'll get, is it okay if I get your contact from Tammy, and then we can be in touch about sitting down?
Let's hang out on and talk about our phone stuff, yes.
Perfect. Sounds good.
Wonderful. Okay, and thank you so much, everyone. We will see you next time.